It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see Robert Woods. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season thus far. It's the Titans and the Jags, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Jaguars in this matchup. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This one fielded at the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
And no touchdown pass.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Back to throw, Tannehill. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. So 3rd and long after the sack. Tough task for Tannehill and the Titans. And nowhere to go. He goes down to the turf in the end zone. Tannehill taken down for the safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. Agnew now to return. Jacksonville's offense trots out here for the first time, and all eyes go right to number 16. Now in his 2nd season as the team's face of the franchise, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely to go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 15. Now ETN to start the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lawrence's throw here into the hands of Jones. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. time is called. Looks like a member of the Titans in some discomfort out there. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Straight ahead, Etienne. They'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week, pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
You get a look at their key inactives for this week's game, and Charles, clearly you don't want to have any of these guys unavailable, especially when you're where they're at fighting for a playoff spot.
I agree, because the postseason is on the line. So you got to overcome the injuries and find a way to win. And the only way to do that, the guys available have to step up. What's that mantra in the NFL? Next man up. This is their opportunity.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Tannehill. Open man, Westbrook-Ikhine. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, here's Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves to James. Tannehill on first down. And that's complete to Westbrook-Ikhine. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the... And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Jags grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Rolling to his left. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Zay Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5, and he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense set to go again. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute. I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Tannehill. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. Open man right side is Ingram. Trucks over him. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Lawrence on 1st down. He targets Ingram for another grab. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Draw play, ETN. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Second half starts with a run by ETN. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. And now they're in the hurry up. Now Lawrence to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down. And they'll go again with ETN. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Man open, here is Jones. Touchdown, Jaguars. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Titans offense gears up for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about development.
And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Pass interference. Offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Lawrence. And Jones has it over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Patterson now for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Tannehill's throw into the hands of Hooper. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Complete to Austin Hooper. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So back now in Nashville. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Titans are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Tennessee Titan.
Henry will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now the rookie's free. 20, 10. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. ETN once more to about the 26 here. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. He hit his first. Now this from 43. Patterson's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So now Tannehill and the Titans down by 16. 1:51 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's Tannehill. And this will be caught at the 30. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 39 that time.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
First down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Tannehill to throw. And he fends him off. Eluding but now he's swallowed up and taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. Open man is McMath. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Tannehill. Flushed out right. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On second down, ETN once more. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Back to throw, Lawrence. This is caught, and he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.